Hey my friends, late Boy Scout here, and I hope you'll indulge me in a moment of fatherly pride. If you're a dad and you've got a son around the age of Cub Scouts, then you've probably been involved in a Pinewood Derby at some point, or else you're going to be involved in one very soon. Well, I was involved with my son's first Pinewood Derby just recently, and wanted to take a moment to show you the car that he and I made together. Hawkeyes and I decided that a Bullet would make a pretty good Pinewood Derby car. There you see in the foreground the actual .22 long rifle cartridge, and then the carved out version of it as a Pinewood Derby car. In order to make this, we used the standard Pinewood Derby kit, and we added to it a little bit of wood. I actually glued a little bit of wood to the top portion of it here, and then carved away at all that. And I actually whittled pretty much the entire car. I did use a saw a few times and created some of those grooves right there with a Dremel. But for the most part, I just carved away at it. You can see all the carve marks in it and how rough it is. I didn't mind that. I kind of thought it gave a nice artistic look to it and rather enjoyed the texture looking at that. Obviously we spray painted it with some metallic spray paints, some copper color and some gold color to match the brass and copper of the actual Bullet. In case you're wondering, the weight came in at exactly 5 ounces, so that was exactly where it needed to be. He didn't win the race by any means. There were some difficult things to correct as far as the how straight the car went. We tested it out on our kitchen floor and found that it kind of curved off to the right, and tried to correct that, but didn't quite do it, which meant that it had a little bit of friction on the track and didn't quite win. Of all the scouts, there were a bunch of them. I think he took 16th place, which was still somewhere in the middle actually for his group. On the end here, that's actually a bit of styrofoam right there that I just kind of cut away, and underneath the number 3 there I actually wrote the F for Federal, which is one of the more common brands of .22 long rifle. Of course, you can see that I carved away those little platforms for the wheels to attach to, and again, those are not glued on after the fact. That's just what I carved away from the block of wood. Did that for the back as well. And if you're curious to know what I used to carve this with, here it is right here. I believe this is the Mora Craftline Robust. I might have that name wrong. Let's have a look actually. On the sheath it should say it. Mora High-Q Robust. Glad I looked at that. Mora High-Q Robust. That's what we went with. This is a newer knife for me. Got some suggestions from some viewers to test it out, try it out. I really like it. I've been liking all the Mora knives that I've tried out and used, and this Robust is everything I like about Mora knives, and then some. You know, a little added extra beef just makes it a little bit beefier in hand and tougher to work with. Tougher in a good way, I mean. Of course, it's all still got that beautiful Scandinavian grind and that razor edge on it, which made for carving this car pretty easy. Alright guys, well that's all I wanted to show you today. Just wanted to give you a little bit of fatherly pride at what my son and I were able to accomplish and put together. Again, it didn't win any prizes or place at all, but we're pretty proud of what we accomplished, and this has a permanent place on his bookshelf. Thanks for watching. I'm the Late Boy Scout. We'll see you later.